Yeah. Soulful, inspiration, soulful, inspiration, a little education, soulful, inspiration, soulful, inspiration, a little education, you know. Uninspired and tired is a bad combination, and I'm sad to say that's a dark situation, but I'm thinking of you, so I'm glad to say I wrote a letter on behalf of how I feel today. 7 a.m. in the morning, ain't been to sleep. It's been a night type long and a rough type week. I'm meditating my life on the whole, pondering the where, when, how, ifs I can gain control. It's like a spin of the wheel or a roller to die. They say that you can be a winner at the game of life, but I know the house don't play to lose, so you better know the math, how to make the move. See, I'm a student of the study, how to proper pursue a blunt portion of the profits produced, paying my dues. So I follow the lolly and avoid the fools. But this is trial by fire, so you must stay cool. One rule: envy is a powerful tool. Spy your spine all times, everything you do. That way, when the idiot's ear get act cool, you can crack those crabs and continue to move. You know, 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm open up. Long night, ain't been to sleep. I grab my pencil and pad, I'm open. I hope you feel it. Remember back to the slenderest times when we pitched for the pretty penny nickel a dime. Before the world seemed crooked and the gutter was fine. When it was good hood living and a peace of mind. Now that's over. Life will make a grown man sober, head aching, hanging over, feeling funny inside. We never knew the world worked on a bogus design to keep a brother buried deep, broken down and blind. Better still, man, it's ill when you look to find there's a chance to advance, most heads deny. A dream and a slice of the proverbial pie. We will remain to reside in the ghetto of pride. Ignorance is pure bliss, and these days provide plenty of it to keep a poor man pacified. I try to put him on the business of knowledge applied, but that's a pickle of a deal that's sour inside. But 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm open up. Long night, ain't been to sleep. I grab my pencil and pad, I'm open. I hope you feeling it, man. So many guys that I grew with died, resorted to doing crime and turned doing the time. I can hardly better speak to childhood friends and find every exchange features a fella falling the wayside, that's ill. But then it keeps a brother on bill mode, mentally locked and loaded, ready to deal with any form of friction you can fathom the feel. In a world that wheels drama and fires at will, it bust from dawn to dusk and aim to kill. Cause a lot of souls shook and afraid for real. So instead turn their heads up, tail and chill, in the hopes not to cope, but that's whack. See, you and I are like a different breed, and we bring to the balance such a desperate need. The eagerness to elevate and evolve the scene. A better space, a better time indeed. Sincerely.
It was the voice of a courageous explorer, a man dedicated to the pursuit of man's knowledge and the expansion of his horizons.
Good morning. Here is Nathan Ivey.
All right, good morning, everyone. And welcome back. You are listening to the Nathan Ivey Show, NathanIvey.com, your morning destination for interesting conversation on people, politics, and pleasure. And as always, my pleasure to be with you. Many folks in the chat room already. I got to say what's up to Tracy first. She was absolutely first this morning. How you doing, Tracy? Good morning. Good morning, B. Brian Groom Sr. What's up, Brian? Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Brenda. Hey, Tiffany Cisco. What's up, Tiffany? Good morning. Good morning, Lakeisha. Big Ed in the house. What's up, Ed? Hey, Denise, good morning. Good morning, Deanna. Let me be the first to say good morning to everybody. Hey, good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Daryl. Hey, Jerica. Hey, Corey, good to see you. What's up, Omar? Keena in the house. Good to see you. Hey, Pam, good to see you. Hey, Pat. Good morning to everyone. And as usual, numerous things to discuss. Everything from the fact that P.G. Sittenfield had a medical scale yesterday. Did you see it? Man. And it looks like he bounced right back up. And I watched many of the interviews, local news, even went to his Facebook page A lot of folks are saying, well wishers, and I would be, just one of those folks saying the same thing. Speedy recovery. Who knew? And as it's come out now in the last 24 hours, this is something he's been dealing with off and on for some time. Folks had no idea. And I wonder if this is going to impact, like, if he decides to run for re-election for city council, is this something that will impact those efforts? I mean, it's more than a year away. I don't know. And maybe that Senate run. I mean, the man appeared to be everywhere in the state of Ohio. And I'm sure that takes a lot out of you. On the road, I hate long car rides. I'm not a long car ride type of dude. If I got to get somewhere and it's more than 2 or 3 hours, like 4 hours is my absolute limit. That's the limit for me in a car. I can't imagine the time he spent in a car driving to every county in Ohio. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And he said that, something he's dealt with, he's a runner, didn't really have an effective, big enough breakfast, not enough water, whatever. But man, what struck me is that, just how the people in the room reacted. The police chief was there. Shout out to Police Chief Isaac. He deserves a fair shot at the job, no matter how the manager of the city manager and the mayor bungled it. They bungled it. I mean, that's not necessarily Chief Isaac's fault. He ain't in charge, or he wasn't in charge of the city and still isn't to some degree, just his department, the CPD. But I was struck by, like, people didn't know what to do. I mean, have you ever been in a situation like that where somebody collapses or passes out or has a seizure, and what do you do? What do you do? I know that there are some Ohio lawmakers who've put this idea forward. Let me tell me what you think about it. And that is, they want EMS training, like CPR, things like that, to be a part of the curriculum for, I guess, high school students. They're saying that every high school student, if you graduate in the state of Ohio, then you should have those skills. Hey, maybe. It makes sense. I mean, in an emergency, would you know what to do? As I was watching the coverage as it surrounded Mr. Sittenfield, that's what I was thinking. Like, wow, in an emergency, would I know what to do? Would people know what to do? What if something happened in your home? Somebody collapses, has a seizure. Maybe they've got something, some food stuck in their windpipe. I told you my Snicker story, right? Snicker bar almost took me out the game. No flows at all. What would you do? Do you know CPR? Many people do not. Like, a lot of folks were taught CPR. There was a time in my life where I had to get certified every single year. Like, I was a CPR, like, savant. I knew it all. Okay? That was many years ago. I remember it. Maybe it's deeply buried in those memory files somewhere, but you never know. Corey writes, what happens to him, Nate? Question mark. Speaking of Sittenfield, well, yesterday he was, I believe it was at a press conference, and they were talking about sexual awareness and a brand new collaborative agreement, University of Cincinnati, Xavier, and basically, you got local politicians trying to put their head together. Not just politicians, but concerned individuals, and they're trying to address the issue of sexual assaults on our campuses, which is a huge issue. I don't give a damn what the governor says. Whether you're drunk or not, drinking or not, you should not be the victim of sexual abuse. Sidebar, we've got to talk about Africa Bombada this morning. You know me, I talk about everybody and everything to some degree. We talk about everything here at the Nathan Ivey Show. www.nathanivey.com. Tell a friend about the show. 7 a.m. every morning. This is deep. Did you hear about this man? If you haven't, I've got a clip for you. And it's a little bit explicit, just a little explicit. I mean, like, for my adult ears, I'm a grown man. It doesn't bother me at all. But I understand that you might be driving or preparing to get to work with your children. Before we play the clip, I'll give you a heads up. There's already a link on my Facebook page right now, Nathan Ivey, E-Y-I-V, straight bar E, then add a Y, on my Facebook page right now. And you can check out the full interview. Man, I believe the guy, okay? I believe him. I believe that African Bambaataa sexually assaulted this man. So now I got some decisions to make about my hip-hop collection. I do. But we'll get to that. So he was at this press conference, and then he just collapsed. I mean, literally. eyes rolled up. I mean, very scary. Very scary. I'm sure his family, friends, people close to him were just, I'm sure they were very, very scared, as anybody would be if somebody that you know, care about, close to you, has an episode like that. And, I mean, dude was out. And, I mean, full disclosure, if you know, I used to do a radio show on Saturdays at my old job, 1230 The Buzz. And Mr. Sittenfield would do the show. Well, there was a time when he was doing the show immediately after for like a year or so. So, most Saturdays, we chatted up. Never a long conversation because my air shift was done and I was coming home to the fam and the wifey, and then their air shift was just beginning. And in radio, timing is everything. But we chatted up over the years. We got friendly. So, I hope he speedy recovery and wish him well, most certainly, most definitely. Tiffany writes, that's a great idea for that type of training to be offered in schools. Wendy writes, oh, my God, glad you brought up Africa Bombada. You know it. Akeem writes, happy 420, blaze up. I got no problem with blazing. I think marijuana should be legal. I want to talk about that as well this morning. Okay? There is a tremendous opportunity. I tell everybody I know, friends, family members, put your financial affairs in order. Within the next 5 years, marijuana will be legal in the state of Ohio. I did not like the idea that was offered to us, what was it, a year ago? I did not like it because the winners were already pre-selected. I like the Big O. Oscar Robertson, I like the man. I like the story. Tremendous story. But does that mean that he should be the marijuana kingpin? No. Nick Lachey, I never liked 96 Degrees. I recently went down to, is it Lachey's downtown for the first time? Like a couple months back. It's okay. There's a lot of young, sexy women in there trying to pick up a Lachey. Okay? I'm not trying to pick up a Lachey. But as a sports bar goes, it was cool. Menu, it was cool. I mean, I wasn't wowed. I'm not trying to down it. I'm just saying it was all right. Okay? Why should he be the marijuana kingpin? You know what I'm saying? Nobody. It made no sense to me. So whatever the plan is going to be, I hope that it includes a little bit of space so that everyday non-connected individuals like you and me that can pool their resources can be a part of the marijuana boom that's going to happen. That's right. America loves its marijuana. Why shouldn't Ohioans benefit from it? I've been saying it for 10 years, if not more than that. If not longer than that, it's going to happen one day. Okay? The only thing that's in doubt is who is going to make the money off of it. Any church groups out there? New Prospect Baptist Church. I know they got a lot of property out there, a lot of land. I've been offered a tour. I haven't taken up the Reverend Lynch on it yet, but I would love to. Hey, why can't they go into the marijuana business? And before you say, oh, that's immoral, Nate, police, knock it off. There's nothing immoral about cashing in. Nothing at all. Let me say good morning to everybody in the chat room before we all the way get started this morning. What's up, Corey? Hey, Kelly. Mike Jones, good to see you. What's up, Akeem from Zamunda? Tiffany, Wendy, Kashana. Hey, Brittany, good to see you. What's up, Wanda? What's up, Don? Got a new voice in here. Good to see you, Don. Don Sample. Good to see you. Lots to discuss. Big win last night in the New York primary, and I don't think that this was a surprise to anybody. And no one should be surprised by this. Hillary Clinton, big winner. Big wins, big wins, big wins. Donald Trump, Trump Towers, the king of Gotham, Donald Trump, big winner. Isn't it time for Governor Kasich of Ohio to stop embarrassing us? I mean, damn, he is looking like a thought. Governor Kasich is looking like a political thought. He is thirsty as hell. You're not going to win, Kasich. And after he came in, he came in second because Donald Cruz is just nobody's favorite. I mean, I'm sorry, Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is no one's favorite. How could Ted Cruz be your favorite? That man is nuts. Absolutely, unequivocally nuts. I mean, look at his face. look into his eyes. I mean, anyway, so Hillary was your big winner along with